California. In Ventura County, health officials there are expressing concern about getting enough PPE. Right now, Diane, the mayor is saying you just need to assume that everybody is infectious. How has testing affected efforts to contain the virus there?
Good afternoon, all.
Afternoon, sir.
Right. I guess you guys were waiting a long time, like I was waiting to get into the class. All right. So we are just 5 in. Let's just give the others a few before we begin officially.
I had no because I had just young staff, so they were pushing there. I would not have been. Really? Okay. Was it alone or was it a corridor? No, it's not. I'm talking about October. Did you have that in October? Yes, October. I'm referring to. As I'm saying,
all right. As we begin, we were looking at binomials. Agreed?
Sir, can you please repeat? I never heard what you said.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, sir.
All right. I think my internet is going in and out. I'm gonna ask you to bear with me. And I'm saying to you, we started binomials, and I'm hoping to finish our binomials today. If not finished off today, get close to finishing it off today, as I need to move into other areas. Just waiting for others to come so that we can have that discussion about our mid-semester. I think, did I give you this? How far did we go? I know I did some questions here, and I did these questions here with you, with this group. And did I do this one with you also?
Sir, I wasn't here for the last class, so I'm not sure.
Those that were here, can you talk to me, please? I mean, I hate talking to myself. And then now I asked you to complete these for homework, did I?
Yeah.
And how far did you get? I mean, I know I said to you that come to this class, you would have had the answers for 1, 3, and 5.
Hold on.
Sir?
Yes, please.
Were you okay with me sending the work to your email? Were you okay with that?
Not particularly. I mean, you're not the only one. I mean, a lot of students did not follow my instructions. But I will talk to you guys about it before class ends.
Sorry, because we have difficulty uploading.
That's the reason why.
Say it again.
Educasoft was acting up. That's the reason why.
Educasoft was acting up. Educasoft doesn't act up at all.
I had difficulty uploading, sir. That's why I sent it to your email.
Yeah, I know, but Educasoft doesn't act up. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not a ticket,
was trying to do it and it wasn't doing.
Never mind. I'm going to walk you guys through it because it's important that we understand what is happening. Because when I give you final assessments and other assessments, I will not accept those assessments via via emails. You know why? Sometimes the email comes in, I may miss one and say, okay, Lulu didn't submit, and she gets a 0. And then Lulu actually submitted, but Lulu couldn't use her email. Lulu asked Mr. Lulu to send it. And because I don't know Mr. Lulu, I submitted failing grade for Lulu. And I don't know if you see where I'm going. And I don't,
Yes, sir.
I don't want that to happen. So what I'll do is spend a little bit of time today in class to show you how to go about uploading the stuff. So I mean, I will accept it for now, but it's for me to get you all on the same wavelength, because I want us to have.
I want to answer. I can do one.
You were disappointed that it was okay.
But let me just address an issue here now though. A number of you up to today, sir is receiving the mock mid-semester. That is unacceptable. Up to today, Tuesday, I am receiving the mock mid-semester. That is unacceptable. The mock mid-semester was an hour-long paper. Okay, even if I give it 2 hours. I know a few students said to me, sir, I am in St. Elizabeth, sir, I've gone country, sir, I'm out of town. And when I saw those comments, you know what I did? I sent the document via WhatsApp. So in that case, nobody had an excuse to say to me, sir, I couldn't get onto Edisco because I sent it also in WhatsApp to give those persons an opportunity, if they're out of town and never got the stuff, to get the stuff done. So I say to you students, you have a responsibility, just as I do. And I didn't have to give you the mock mid-semester, but I said, no, let me give the mock mid-semester. All right, so I don't know how many of you heard me say on several occasions that remember one night you guys came and you never did the homework and I was very upset with you and I said that I came here to give you a mock mid-semester. Anybody remember that?
Yes, sir. Yes,
right.
sir.
Okay, good. So I intended to have given you a mock mid-semester live, but because of what had happened, I had to use that time to go through some homework assignments. So therefore, I needed to make up my time. So I couldn't give you the mock mid-semester in class again. Now, when I had my weekend group, the plan I had for you is what I had for the weekend students. That, okay, guys, today is Saturday. I am going to give you your mock mid-semester. And they cried like a baby. Oh, sir, we're not prepared for it. I said, I know, that's why I'm giving you a mock mid-semester just to see how far you guys are. And they begged me not to give them the mid-semester on Saturday. So I said, okay, fine. I'm going to prepare the paper and give it to you to be submitted the same day. And they said, yes, sir, we'll do that. And I said to myself, but I teach 2 groups. And the other group knew about this mock mid-semester about 3 weeks back. And I sent it off. Now, I don't think it was an unreasonable request because I gave it up until midnight, 11:59 to make the submission. And quite a number of the submissions came in, But what I cannot understand, 1 or 2 students said, sir, I had a challenge. And I said, okay, fine, go ahead and do the submission. But today, Tuesday, and I'm getting submissions today. No, those persons will be penalized, and I'm going to penalize heavily too. So for every late submission is 10% that I'm taking off. 10% that I'm taking off. So if you get 10%, you're going to get 0. And if you get 0, you're going to get a minus 10%, and I'm using that minus 10%. I'm saying this to say to you, I may be a very flexible lecturer, but you'll come across some other lecturers that are not flexible, and that's a reality. That's the reality. And I'm saying to you students, when I give you your continuous assessment thesis for your final grade, and I sit down and mark those pieces, and anybody who give me after that due date, you better find the money to do a reset or a redo. because I'm not going to go back through to mark it. What I want you to recognize is when I put aside a time to mark papers, and I mark papers, it is really unfair for me to go back and mark those papers again. So I really want you to get into the habit of working on your deadlines. Let me see how many of you here, since I'm talking, 15, 13, right? So I really want, and I was going to answer to pass on the message. I understand that things happen. I understand situations. Students have sent me private messages to say, sir, this is the situation. And I understand. Things can happen to me too. On Saturday, I was in a class and my internet just went. And then I got back and I said, students, my internet is misbehaving. And they said, sir, we realize. And the next thing, it's gone. And then I come back and then it gone at the third time for a longer period. But those students were responsible. They continued working on the question that I had given them before, and they continued working. I mean, I joined back the class. They were explaining to each other what was happening. What I'm saying to you, students, is there is a level of maturity that comes with you doing this course. You are now in your second year of the program, and as second year students, you are moving closer and closer to the bachelor's. You are moving closer and closer to a point where you must now become self-directed learners. Self-directed learners. When you're in first year, we kind of spoon fed you. In second year, we kind of still hold your hands and talk to you, But come third year, the teacher can give you a document and say, go and read. And that is a class. Because you read for 80% for your degree. And the professor come college, we're not like that. We'll come and we sit down for 2 hours or 4 hours, and we teach, and we teach, and we teach. But when you go to other institutions, that's how they operate. I can tell you, I've been there. Lecturer comes to class, class supposed to be at 8 o'clock. Lecturer walks in at 8:30 with his cup of coffee, newspaper, and a bag of handouts, and says to me, come here, Shand, come and hand out these on me, please. Send out, boy, can you believe it? And I'll go and I will hand out the things. And you hear the lecturer say, as soon as back, read. And you sit down and you read and you read. 10 o'clock comes, class done, and the lecturer don't return. Right? But it's at the end of the semester, make sure so you can answer the questions then. Because when you go and you complain, he says you read for 80% of your stuff. And I'm providing you with 20%. And the 20% that they provide us with is the information. So I'm saying to you, students, please, not that we're going to go there at the college, but you have to become responsible with what it is that you are supposed to be doing. All right, with that said, let's jump to the mid-semester. So for those of you who are actively using your EducaSoft, you'll recognize that your mid-semester 1 exam is already on the platform. It is password protected, and how do I say this? I'm going to repeat myself, but it is password protected, and I really don't want to give up 2 hours in class for you to be doing the assessment in my class. So the actual mid-semester will be an out-of-class activity, and I want you to listen. It's going to be an out-of-class activity. That activity is going to be, say for example, on the weekend, I'll give you my final decision on Thursday. I'll give my final decision on Thursday. But say that the actual mid-semester, say for example, I'm going to give it on a Saturday. And for those of you who are Adventists, I can say on a Sunday. So what I could do is to open the assessment between Saturday and Sunday. Now, if the assessment is open between Saturday and Sunday, it means that either one of the 2 days, you must find an hour and a half or 2 hours, undisturbed hours, so you can complete these assessments, at least the assessment. The assessment cannot be saved and complete later. The assessment is timed. So I don't want anybody to do the assessment at work where them supervisor then call them and they have to go hide because the time is going to run off and I am not going to be giving you no additional time. I don't want, for those of you who have children at home and you have to go and attend to those children, if it means that you have to wait until they're gone to bed and you sit up at night to complete the assessment, this is what you must do. The
Sir?
Yes, please.
Sorry to interrupt. I was just going to address the problem with kids, sir. I have 2 of them at home, sir, and if even when I send them to the bed at night, if I don't go and lay down, they're not laying down, sir. So I cannot do my test undisturbed.
Yeah, but you lay down with them until drop asleep. I walk in. Wait, lay down with them until them drop asleep. I can understand that. I used to do that with my mother too. Right? So you lay down until them drop asleep. So Anne-Marie, when them drop asleep now, that's the time you can get up and do your work. So if them drop asleep at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you know that this is the day I am going to be putting aside for my assessment, right? I am saying to you students, you will have to, and you notice what I'm doing, and I don't want anybody to say that I'm unreasonable. I don't want anybody to say that I'm unreasonable. I am not giving you a specific day in which to complete my assessment. I'm giving you over a 2-day period. So you're going to arrange your time. So if you go to a market, or if you go to church on Saturday and you can't do it on a Saturday, and you say you mustn't on a Sunday, I will not entertain any excuse when I have 2 days to sort out to myself. And I will give you ample notice. I'm not entertaining no excuse from anybody to say, oh, sir, at this, and you just get a 0. What I'm trying to teach you guys is responsibility. And you get a 0, this is 10% of your work. We're getting 2 mid-semesters, and they are 10% each. All right. Somebody was saying, sir, go ahead.
Yes, sir, me, sir. So is it that it's on a weekend? Or you just using that as an example?
I'm just using that as an example.
Okay,
I'm
sir.
using that as an example.
Are we getting 2 mid-semester?
Yeah, 2 mid-semester. Yeah, but you're just getting 1 now. Monique, let me hear why it is that you asked the question, though.
So because I'm unavailable on weekends, sir.
Oh, you're unavailable on the weekends. No problem. And does that weekend need Friday for you also?
Sir, good evening.
No, sir.
Okay. Never mind. We'll catch up, Chevelle. All right. So no problem. So I thank you for that information, because I mean, if I'm going to be doing something like this, then I may do it Friday. I may open it for Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, right? But it's going to be open for 2 days. So if I'm going to be opening on Friday, it will be like at 5 o'clock p.m. and then the submission date is going to be 5 o'clock on Sunday, or whatever the time is. But it's going to be open so that nobody is disenfranchised. But just let me make the point absolutely clear again, because I don't want it to be missed. I love all of my nieces and nephews because they will come to Excessicum College, and I'll be teaching them pre-calculus and calculus and statistics. So I don't want you to say, boy, sir, no love me. No. I love all my nieces and nephews. But what I'm saying to you is, put them to bed and please do not give them any DPH for them to go and sleep.
Exactly. Oh, you're reading my mind.
No. What you're going to do is make them, if you want to do your test on Saturday, make them go to Dover, play, and then they must drop asleep. Do what you must so that you can find the time to complete the assessment. You have 16 questions, 10 multiple choice, and 6 different parts of the question. So just 1 question with 6 different parts, right? So you have 10 multiple choice questions, and you have 1 essay type questions with 6 different parts, all right? So it's not a difficult paper, as I have told you before. It covers units 1 and 2. I have already covered those areas. I've covered those areas with you. I have sent you my notes electronically, so you have those stuff to go through, fully prepare yourself, maximize on these 10 points, and you're good to go. Any questions? And I'm moving on. I'm not belaboring this point anymore.
Sir, I missed the date as it relates to
when. I don't tell you the date just yet. Okay. Well, what I can say to you though, it's not this week, because all the pre-calculus lecturers came together. Right. And we had a conversation, and because 2 of the pre-calculus lecturers will meet their students only once per week. Well, 3 of us meet our students once per week. 2 meet the students on a Thursday only, and I meet one of the groups on a Saturday only. So we don't want to send a message to the students and say, okay, your meeting is this Thursday. when that message may not reach to everybody, and then you may have a student who was disenfranchised. We try to be very fair. So we decide that when we go to class, because all students have the responsibility to be in a class. So when those lecturers go to class this Thursday, they will inform their students that the mid-semester is going to be next week, Thursday. So I would say to you that your mid-semester may be Thursday, Friday. You get the point I'm making? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So the mid-semester could be Thursday, Friday. Whatever the situation is. But I'm going to give you over a 2-day period so that those who can't read on one particular day will have another day to complete it. Final thing on that is, if the mid-semester is, say the mid-semester closes at 11:59 on Sunday, 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. All right. This is what will happen. If the mid-semester closes 11:59 and you remember the mid-semester at 11:30 and you start working on the mid-semester and you don't have enough time, don't believe that because you start before the paper shuts off that you'll be given the time to complete the rest of stuff. Whenever the deadline passes, the system is going to automatically, the system is going to automatically shuts and takes the information. So if you're still working up until 11:58, once the clock touches 11:59, the system is going to shut you out, and wherever you reach, that's what it is that you're going to be getting. I'm saying this to you students. I'm saying to you students that this is the order of day for universities abroad. And what happens with universities abroad is exactly what it is that I'm telling you about. It closes out, that's it. And trust me, as I have worked with a student recently who was doing something, and we had heavy rains in Jamaica, and the internet access was up and down. And the student is at Nova University, doing online, lives in Jamaica, but doing overseas stuff. And I mean, all the lecturer had to do was to verify. The lecturer can verify that we have poor internet access, or verify that we have heavy rains, or whatever the situation is. The lecturer told the student, no, you should have started your assessment earlier. You knew the deadline beforehand. And she got a 0 for it. And I thought it was very unfair. But, you know, it's to them system. They are based in the United States. So if it's not something that affects the United States, I don't think they care about the other jurisdiction, because they're not going to go on phone to verify nothing. But I'm saying to you students, yours is a responsibility to make sure that if you're using your data, you have enough data on your phone to complete the assessment. If it is that you go to your neighbor, make sure you go to your neighbor before them go turn off them Wi-Fi or before them go into them bed. I am not going to be entertaining any excuses, please. All right. And thanks to those persons who are sending me messages privately to say to me that, sir, I'm very reasonable and that I'm fair in my deliberations. All right. Okay. So the last time we went through some precautions.
Sir.
Yes, please.
Before you go any further, sir, you know, fix the problem for me now. Still have the problem.
Me know, but yes or no.
Sir, me almost finished. Just let me finish, sir.
No, but you know, see me ask, you not even tell me thank you for being upon the people them something. You come,
thank
you
you, sir.
Sure, you come bother me. I remember me can't remember Jody. Because you see me go upon edit for me check your stuff. I'm a biggie up you, Chevelle, me say yes, so I book, you know. Flow. So and Jamal, I am so proud of you 3 students, because you have 2 or 3 pieces of assessments outstanding. There are other students that are close, but you had a little bit more than 2 or 3 pieces out, and that's why I only identified with those students. But the rest of you are doing pretty well. But these 3 that I singled out, when I went on Edu and looked at the stuff, I was very impressed. They have just 2 students have 2 pieces out, and 1 student had 3 pieces out. And I didn't want it, you know, separate to tell exactly how much, so I just said 2 or 3. But very good. And I mean, the grades that the students are getting, the ones that are completing the stuff, are very good grades, very good grades. And I said before, Anything that is less than 70%, I will reopen automatically. If you get 70% or more in a piece of activity and you want me to reopen it, I will not reopen it until you've completed all the pieces of work. So every day I try to go on to Educate to look back at the stuff, and any assignment at all I see that is less than 70%, I will automatically reopen. If you get exactly 70% and you know that you have it in you to get more, I will not reopen that one until you have completed all the other assessments. Now, hear the story. You see those 3 students that are almost ready to go, that are almost finished? Me, Teacher Shand, will personally now go and reopen those assessments that they didn't get 100% on, to give them an opportunity to maximize on their 20%. To maximize on their 20%, because they would have completed the assessments beforehand. And it's not until Dying Kingdom coming up. There's a period in which I will do that. So don't say, boy, sir, like I finished now, I can't get it. The answer may very well be no. It's within a particular period that I'll go ahead and do the stuff. All right? All right, so that is that. All right, so question. So I asked you to use Pascal's triangle to do a few of the, these 5 calculations. How many of you were able to go through Pascal's and do these calculations? And please don't get me vexed tonight, because I did ask the last time you vexed me when you never do your homeworks and need, matter of fact, I want you to raise your hands for me.
So you still have you up for that?
No, I'm just saying I don't want to continue having you up. So what I want you to do is to raise your hand here so that I can see if it is that you have completed exercise 2.2. And incidentally, when you raise your hand, I want to use an emoji in Zoom, not a physical raise hand. Money, put on your hand, not that hand.
Still repeat the question.
I want you to raise your hand if it is that you have attempted exercise 2.2. I'm seeing only 2 hands.
Sir, I don't know where to find Zoom emoji.
Use the raise hand. Use the raise hand. Instead of raise your hand, you want to see the answer, raise your hand.
Sir, what you ask?
I asked for those persons who attempted exercise 2.2 to expand the following using Pascal. If you have done so.
Completed, it did not say attempt.
All right. For those who completed. Oh, Jesus. Those who have completed, okay, let me say completed, because see the hands of my God don't know. All right, Bogono. Those who have completed, it's just 1 hand that is now raised, Just 1 hand. So it's just 1 person in the class completed the stuff. Not good. Rockstone, the hand gone. That means nobody not do it. What should I do?
Let's go through it together.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Yes, Jamal. All right, hold on. Jamal is speaking. Go ahead, Jamal.
They never say 1, 3, and 5 already do.
Right, and what I said to you, the answers for 1, 3, and 5 are there. So I want you to go ahead and do it and double check your answer. And if there's need for me to work 2 and 4, I'll do those.
2 and 4 if we work.
So I told me to the answer them yes already. Me go ahead and do 2 and 4. I never do 1, 3, and 5.
That may do 2.
No, but I did say, I said the answers are there for 1, 3, and 5. So complete those questions, and you can double check your answer. And if there's need for me to do 2 and 4, I'll do 2 and 4 in class. So I am going to hold my end of the bargain. Since you didn't hold your end of the bargain, guys, I am only going to be doing.
No, sir, I never hear that part, the instruction.
The same thing me heard. I same thing me heard.
Anybody heard when I asked you to do all 5 questions, and then I'll do 2 and 4 if there's need? Anybody?
Yeah, go on, sir. You have to give away.
See it? Nobody heard when you said that.
Because we went ahead and took the initiative.
2 and 4. That's what I did too.
You have to give away. You have to give away one little props. You can't kill it.
All right. Okay. I hear you, Jamal, and I hear you, Shanaki. But let me ask my honest student now.
Yes, sir.
There anybody in the class did hear when teacher Sean said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I must do them 5 questions there? 1, 3, and 5 already done. Lulu, you say yes?
And
Oh,
then
thank
you
you, Lulu.
supposed to answer and say the 4 and 5 answer is not there for to attempt to.
Jesus,
See there?
Hey,
It's sealed, sir.
see
It's
it?
sealed.
It
It's
mash
sealed.
up.
No, it's sealed. What
One
Lulu?
out of 21, somebody out of 1 out of the 20.
No,
Sir,
what I'm saying to you,
that means there's something wrong there, so.
what Lulu says, seal it. That if you say,
Come on, sir.
no, when Lulu says
we
seal
if
it.
you say no, that's silly. If you say well, Lulu was say a lie. And she alone need a part there, so the glass broke and seal it.
But guess what? No, I pray to God that that plate that just fell and break never have no food in it. Because you know some of the start ball, right? So.
It's a V.
Yeah, but
A friggery.
Is that vase that fall? Oh, never mind.
Yes, sir.
Oh. All right, so let's go. All right. So let us go to question 2 and 4. And for those of you who listened with one eye last week, you will do 1, 3, and 5 for homework while I do 2 and 4. So let's go. All right, so 2 and 4. Let me see, what do I do? 2 and 4. Let me copy it right here. A student in my weekend class says to me, sir, you continue to do something with the document like you're making mistakes. I said, no, I'm not making any mistakes. I am adding information to the document, so which is why I'll have more stuff. So it's like I'm now adding the solution to question 2. I said, no, man, it's not mistakes on the countries. So I'm just telling you, those of you who come on now and see that, it's not that I'm making any mistake. What are the coefficients for this one, please? I'm raised to the 5th power. What are the coefficients?
1,
10, 10, 5.
1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1.
Very good. It's very important for you to recognize the coefficients. Once I'm into the 5th power, it's going to be 1, 5, 10, 10, 5,
10,
1.
5, 1.
And you, very nice. And then you'd have seen in my you'd have seen in my mock mid semester that I drop in one of the binomials in there. Yeah, man, I drop in one because I really want to make sure to see if you guys remember. So just remember the coefficients: 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1, 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. You may get the other one, and because I may be mischievous and give you something, 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. So you must know these coefficients. You must know them because they will help you. See, the point I was trying to make is that I gave you one in the multiple choice. So it can come in the multiple choice, and it can come in the essay part of the question. All right? Okay. So my coefficients are 1, 5, 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. And remember, I want you now to tell me, come on. All right, so these students are being, I know Aisha and Jody keeps dropping off. Internet is just messy. All right, so do you agree with me now? My first term is going to be 1 times 3x to the 5th. Show me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
All right, good job. And then now, my second term is going to be 5 times to the 4th times 1 to the 1st.
Yeah.
Check that to see if you agree for me, please.
Yes, sir.
All right, good job. All right, let me just see if I can minimize this thing here. 1 minute, please. I want to minimize so that I can.
Supplement.
All right. So everybody with me so far with the other stuff. I minimize the screen, guys. You would realize so that I can when I open my dialog box, you don't have the black screen coming there. All right. So tell me, what would be the other one? I want somebody to tell me, or whoever it is, to tell me what the other term is going to be.
10. Open bracket.
No, 10.
Open bracket.
Okay.
3x close bracket to the third.
Good job.
And then 1 to the second power.
Very good. Excellent. And then I'm going to ask you now to go ahead and tell me what it is for the other term.
10 open bracket 3x to the second power and 1 to the first power.
To the third power.
Oh, sorry, my apology.
Yeah.
My wrong.
All right, and tell me the other term.
Take me talk too much now.
Somebody quickly, please.
So it will be 5
open bracket 3x to the first and 1 to the fourth.
Good job. And final one.
1. Open bracket 3x raised to the 0 power. Close bracket and 1 to the 5th power.
Very good. Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. So, very good. So at least you guys are seeing the pattern, and the pattern is the sum of the overall power is supposed to be equal to the power that we started off with. So you're having 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1, the coefficients. So COEFFICIENT coefficients are right. So the coefficients are 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. And then you start off with your calculation. This is very good job. I'm really proud of you guys. Those of you who are not following, I'm going to ask that you pay special attention. This is serious business. You're going to be getting this pretty soon. So remember now, when we have 3x raised to the 5th power, what it suggests is that everything in the parentheses, the 3 as well as the x, is also raised to the 5th power. True or false?
True.
All right. Good job. And tell me now, what is 3 raised to the 5th power equals to?
243.
243, okay.
243.
So good. So I'm going to have 1 times 243, 243x to the 5th. And tell me now, what is 3 raised to the 4th power?
81.
81.
Good job. So this is going to become 81 x to the 4th. What is 3 raised to the 3rd power?
27.
27.
Very good. 27x cubed. I'm happy that you guys are getting what is happening. Very nice. It's very encouraging. Those of you who are not following, please follow. What is 3x raised to the 2nd power?
9.
9.
Yeah, but you see, I want to say 9x squared, right?
9x squared.
9x squared.
Very good. And 3x raised to the 1st power is just?
3.
3x.
3x.
Right. Okay. And 3x raised to the 0 is?
1.
1. Very nice. All right. I'm going to ask the question again another way now, and I want you to watch what is happening. I'm asking the question again now. So what I would have done is to do the expansion to remove the powers from the outside of the bracket. So hear me now. What is 1 to the 1st power equals to?
1.
And what is 1 to the 2nd power?
1.
And 1 to the 3rd?
1.
Okay, good.
One.
So you get very good. So you get the gist of it. All of them are raised to the first power. I mean, the same power because it's one that you're raising the number to, right? So all of them are raised to the same digit. All right. So what is happening here now? I'm simply removing those powers because I want you to get into the habit of evaluating first your powers and then go ahead now and just do the multiplication. So what is now going to be left is for me to multiply the 243 by this one to give me just 243x to the fifth. All right, so I'm gonna end up getting the 243x to the fifth. And then what is 5 times 81?
405.
405.
405?
Yeah.
405x.
405x to the fourth.
Yeah.
405x to the fourth. All right. Can you just give me half a second, please? I don't know if this is an emergency.
Done already, sir.
Yeah, trust me, done already done. Hello, student.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Jamal.
Oh, hello.
Where's sir stop? Oh, I'm ready to answer already. All right, no bother. No bother.
All right, students. That's one of the programs that I coordinate. There's an issue that I had to attend to. All right, so forgive me. All right. So while I was doing that, I finished up the question so that you guys could at least see what was happening. Is there an agreement with the answer?
Yes, same thing I get.
Very good, Jamal. You got that same answer?
Sure.
Very good. Okay. Now, very nice. I'm happy that you guys got that. And I'm happy that you guys got that. And then now we're going to be working through the fourth question. The fourth question. What are the coefficients, please? Hold on, let me just copy something. I think
14641.
4641.
Yeah, thanks. I cannot feel lazy, so I'm just going to copy the answer from up top and then just type over it if that's okay with you. So the coefficients are 14641. Very nice. So the coefficients are 14641. What would be my first? Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. I need to do this. Copy. All right. I think I just did something that I don't know what I did.
Yes,
oh,
the wrong place.
I pasted at the wrong. I pasted at the wrong place. Don't. Yeah, thanks. I just realized what I did. So I should paste it right down here. All right, good. Thanks, Jamal. All right, at least you're paying attention. All right, so it's 14641. So the first term is going to be what? Talk to me now, please.
One bracket x.
1x raised to the fourth power.
Very good. And then the second term is going to be?
4x 2y raised to the 0 power.
4x raised to the third power and 2y to the first power.
Very good. And those of you who are not participating, it's going to just be more difficult for you. The next one is?
6x raised to the second power.
2y
raised to the second power.
All right. And tell me now, 2y raised to the second one. The other term is going to be?
4x raised.
4 times?
4x raised to the first power.
4x
to the first power.
Don't say 4x.
To the third
It is,
power.
no, stop. Don't say 4x. It's not 4x. It is 4
open
times x to the, very good, x to the first power,
to the
2y to the?
2y to the third power.
To the third power, sir.
Okay, good. And then now the last term is?
1
times x
to the x
raised to the
0 power.
Very good.
And then open bracket 2y close bracket to the third power.
Excellent. Look at that and tell me if you agree with what I have there.
Yes, sir. Oh, that means that's a 4 on the ear. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Good job. All right. Now, for those of you who are not following, please, I'm going to ask you to pay special attention. What I would say to you, as I would normally say in my face-to-face class, some of you have never taught face-to-face, but there are others I would have taught face-to-face before. If you sit in my class and you don't understand and you pretend to you understand, who are you and what are you? Okay, so none of you remember. So if you come to my class and you sit and you don't understand and you say nothing to me that you're not understanding, you are stupid. Stupid. If you don't understand, yours is a responsibility to stop me and say, sir, me not get nothing we are talking about. Or worst case scenario, send me something in the chat to let me know that you're not following. But I do not want, in Jesus' name, that students will leave my class and not learn a thing. every day has to be a learning experience for you. So please do not leave my class. I don't understand. I hear somebody trying to come in.
Sir, I was wondering if you could do some of the ones with the fractions, because to me those are more confusing for me.
You want the fraction? No, man, the one with the fraction are the same thing you do with the fraction one, man. Do the fraction one, and if you're having any issue with that, you come back and tell me, man. No, man, I want to give you your practice. I know, and I'm saying,
do the fraction one.
and I'm saying to you, yes, I want you to ask me, and you ask me, and I know, giving it back to you. Okay, so if you ask me what color is the sky, not because you ask me, I'm going to tell the sky is blue. I want to see what it is that you get from the color of the sky, and then no, I can say to you, no, you're right or you're wrong. But yeah, man, so that's it. I really want to see what it is that you guys can do. But if you, by the way, there was a fraction one up here. There's a fraction. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, I hear you. Don't if I agree with you, but I hear you. All right, let's go. So when we do all of this, when we expand x to the fourth, what do we get? X raised to the fourth power, what do we get?
Same thing.
Okay, I thought somebody, it sounded like a trick question. That's why you guys went silent, right? And 4 times x all squares is just going to be 4x to the third. And this is going to be 2y. Just 2y. Because 2y to the first is just 2y. Agree?
Yes, sir.
And then 2y to the second power equals what?
4y.
What?
4 to the second.
2 to the second power, which is 4. So no 4y, sir. To the second power.
4y to the second power is now correct.
Oh.
But sir, you said minimum here.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. No, it's just that because her voice came over so powerful, and she only said 4y. I said I was focusing on that. So if you said 4y to the second power, yes, you are correct. All right. Then the other one is going to be
2 to the power 8y to the third power.
Very good.
Good.
And then the last one is going to be
16y to the fourth power. Yeah. Pre-calculus.
All right, very nice. And then now all of this is going to work out just to be x to the 4th. And then 2 times 4 is 8. So I'm going to get 8x cubed y, something like so?
Yeah.
8x to the third.
8x to the third y, don't?
Yes.
And then
I'm for the x and y night, and then this is 6 times 4, 24.
4 to the third.
No.
No. 24x to the second power, y to the second power.
Very good. And then the next one is going to be
4 times 8, which is 32x to y to the third.
Power and y to the third.
Very nice.
16y to the fourth.
16y to the fourth.
Excellent. 16y to the fourth. Excellent. Now look at that. Tell me that you agree with me. So it's going to be x to the fourth plus 8x cubed y plus 24y x squared y squared plus 32xy cubed plus 16y to the fourth. Very good. Once it is that you have that, you are good to go. All right. Are there any questions relating to these two questions that I just went through? Any questions relating to those two questions that I went
Sir, I
through?
wasn't at the last class, but I was following what you were doing in the second question a while ago, sir. But you lost me when you reached the last part, sir, because I don't see where the +1 went.
Which one? This one?
Yes, sir.
1 times 1 and a 1, Anne-Marie? Talk
Okay,
through.
sir. I got it now.
You see, you want me to load up, Annie? You might say 1 times 1 is 1, and then 1 times 16y to the 4th is just 16y to the 4th. And that's why I wrote it. That's why I wrote this line like this.
No, sir.
Bless up, easy. Yes, somebody said, sir.
Yes, sir. What for me, sir? I'm having a hard time getting the powers. I try so hard, but the powers them not stick.
What? Explain to me. Explain to me. May say it not sticking. Explain.
Sir, like how you have one bracket 4x cube.
Like this?
Yeah,
So
and then you have the 3,
right, okay,
and then
press
you
pause.
put in the
No,
1 with
press pause. You're not the only one. Okay, okay, Jamal, you go ahead and explain for me, please.
What I say, so you see right there, so the 1 and the x raised to the 4th power, I probably should put in a 2y raised to the 0 power if you should understand. If you say the x account down and the y account up. Probably that way they should understand. One go down and one come up. One increase and one decrease.
Yeah.
Sir, also, for me, when I'm doing it, I have an extra line. So I would say 4 brackets x raised to 4 minus 1. So this, I have an extra line before sir's first line. But if you remember in your head that you're counting down and counting up, just remember that, then you should be able to get it.
I think the first thing we should need to remember is that is any power where the thing raised to. Like you have 4 years, then you have 5, now the last one, so you know so the first term is going to be either 4 or 5, depends on the power with the question raised to. So you see they have 1x, 1 raised to the 4th, and then the first one we add x raised. So you know which number you start count down from.
No, Jamal, me know that. Yeah, me know that, but sometimes it's just confusing because the one coming at the middle, so the other one I go down me while the other one I go up. It's just confusing sometimes.
Alright, well, when time me at, so like also left out the 2y to the 0 power here, so write in my 2y to the 0 on title. Of course, sir, say, like I have 4 here, so 4 is each of them must add up back to 4. So like I have 3 and 1 here, so that's 4, 2 and 2, 3 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 0 and 4. When you count down, ensures that all of the section them add up back to the power where we raised to. Understand a little bit now, Jody?
Yeah, may I get it finally, but may I try process it in my brain. Thanks, Jamal.
Ensure say any section where you do is 3, then you understand say next that y must be 1 get the 4. If a 2, understand so the y got be 2 to get back the 4. Because a 4 the power raised to. That's how I try to understand it.
That's how you're supposed to understand it. That's the correct way. Jody, hear what he said?
Yes, sir, I heard what he said.
Right. So the sum of the overall powers must be equal to the power that you originally start off with. You see the power for this term is 4 because of 4 up here. So this x is raised to the first power. 1 plus 3 is this 4. 2 plus 2 is that 4. 3 plus the 1 that is here is that 4. And then 4 is 4. So the sum of the, so you can't go wrong with the powers. Just look at the sum. Just take your time. Shauna K earlier said, take it easy. Just take it easy and just write down something and look at it to make sure that you're following the sequence. There is a sequence with which the solution follows. Just take it easy and just go through the stuff. I guarantee you. Remember, at some point in time, I had to learn this,
Yeah, just do it slowly and just go and practice slowly and it will come.
And guess what? You see, when you do it, you see, once you catch it, there is no way you can unlearn it.
That's true.
Trust me on that. So, for example, me learning to ride a bicycle, I have not ridden a bicycle in years. The truth of the matter is, the next time I go on one bicycle, you know, I'm not surprised if I go drop off, right? But after a while, for sure, I am sure that I will remember saying, no, man, you just dilly-dally and do a little one thing or two thing, whatever the situation is. So you have to be very mindful of that. Just practice. If you don't practice, guys, you may have problems. And which is why I always say to the group, you know, math is not like POB and history and them other easy subjects where you can just go and read a overnight and pass an exam. Math is something that you have to practice and practice and more until you get it fully packed. You see, once you get it fully packed, nobody can trick you. Anyway, the question comes, you work it. All right, so a question was asked, sir, I'm having a challenge with a fraction one. Can you do a fraction one for me? And I said, okay, fine. Why don't you do one and come and tell me? So you know what I'm going to do? Because I'm a firm believer of it, you know. Not because you asked me to do it, it means that your wish is going to be granted. What it means is I am going to... Yes, Papa. Go ahead, Jamal.
No fraction in the mid semester.
That I can't answer, Jamal. You're something else. That I cannot answer.
Please.
That I can't answer, Jamal.
Yeah,
all right.
Like some complicated.
I just made the question easier by putting only to the third power. So I'm going to ask that you take 5 minutes, all of you, and start working the question for me, please. 5 minutes and start working the question, please.
Oh, I'm stressed out already.
Number 5, we must do?
6.
6.
Down. Sir.
Anybody finish?
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, not there.
Anyone who is finished again, tell me your answers, please. Let me see if I'm doing the correct thing.
I'm finished. I get x cubed plus x squared plus 1 over 3x plus 1 over 27.
Wanna go?
Oh?
Cube x squared x over 3 and 1 over 27.
That you get to Jamal?
Who get that?
3x squared plus 3x.
So let's see if I know that right. So, hold on, I'm looking
X
at
cubed, sorry, x cubed plus 3x squared,
part
1 over 3 plus 3x, 1 over 9 squared plus 1 over 27. Like that.
But you can break that down further. If you put
Remember
3x.
say the coefficient of 1, 3, 3, so 4,
1, yes, so that line that you get
6
the x.
count out a while ago, no load that.
So you need to
6
break it
million
down.
count out a while ago, load that.
How much we forget? 3 line?
So Jamal.
What do you mean by 3 lines? What do you mean 3 lines, Loza? If the coefficients are 1, 3, 3, 1, it's supposed to have 4 terms by 3.
What 4 may have?
Oh, so we have to talk about 3 then.
Oh, I'm mistake, sir.
Oh,
Karen, see if we can let her back in the class then.
All right.
Cut the question, please.
All right. Can I tell you a secret?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus, I feel so bad. I can tell you the secret?
Yes, sir.
Sir, tell the secret now.
I was so hungry.
When
I say hungry, my belly not up. So me drive go KFC.
Don't do that.
No, oh goodness. Let me tell you, I feel like I was gonna pass out.
You know, get up and go
That's how you get through so quick.
I was at home preparing to get through yet. Me not the drive-through line. So I said this to say to you that I can't let in Kerry because I'm not at home.
That's sir.
Oh, sir.
So forgive me here. Let me tell you, I was at home preparing for the classes, and then when I check us up, I said, geez, time run off. And I said, sure, I can hold it. But no, the worm them knocked me up, man. Jesus, Father.
So I can go get mine.
No.
You know, Lamu and get up from here and go next door.
All right. So what I'm going to do is, no, stay with me. Don't make me alone feel bad.
No,
all right.
Seriously.
All right. Run and come back. Let me
all
see
right.
if we can, or we can do this now. Jeez. All right. All right. So you all going to write for me because I cannot, because I'm controlling it from my computer at home. I cannot. Please send an apology to Kerry. Somebody can call her and just make sure listening to on the WhatsApp, please. If that's possible.
Sir, somebody can create and make sheet something.
You see, the challenge is I recognize anytime I use in WhatsApp on my phone, once a call comes in for me, my volume goes. So I don't want to make a call on the.
Sir,
I don't know if anybody.
Click back on the silent button to get back your voice.
I do that pop-up and it don't work. What I do, I disconnect the audio and reconnect the audio and it don't work. All right. Let me try. Let me try. Let me see if I can make a call home. Would have buff. 119.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, good.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you to write for me, please, because I am not. As I said before, I can't write. Then if somebody can post a third, raise to the third power. The coefficients are
1331.
very good. The coefficients are
1331.
very good. So the coefficients are 1331. Excellent. Now, what I want you to write for me now is 1, open bracket, x, close bracket, raised to the third power. 1, open bracket, x, raised to the third power, plus 3, open bracket, x to the second power times 1/3 to the first power.
Sir, you go too fast.
You got on that third line, sir.
No, man. All right, let's go. 1 times x raised to the third power. Put the x in parentheses. 1 and put the x in parentheses and raise it to the third power for me. And then that is the first term. The second term now. The second term now is going to be 3, open bracket, 3, open bracket, x, close bracket, raised to the second power, open bracket, 1/3, close bracket, raised to the first power. Then you're going to have plus 3, open bracket, x to the first power. And then in the other bracket, again, put 1/3 to the second power. And then for the final term, you're going to have 1 times 1/3 to the third power. Did anybody get that?
Yes, sir.
Good job. Go ahead and evaluate that for me, please.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and evaluate that for me, please. Hold on 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Good night. How you doing? We have a 19.
That line come up, please.
Yes, thanks.
Oh, you have to just leg on wing.
Only leg on wing?
Yeah.
That's not good. We can't pay so much money for leg on wing, miss. All right. Yeah, you know.
25 minutes on original.
25 minutes on original. You have hot and spicy?
Leg on wing.
And barbecue too?
There's no barbecue.
Crockstone, that not sound good. All right. Me not buy 9 pieces, no, they're going alone. Better than 1 pole. All right, do me a favor.
Fall.
At about 44 lakh.
6 piece then, please. The big 6. How much for the 6 piece?
Hello?
How much for the 6 piece?
18 the meal.
No, man, we don't want the meal. Yeah. 15, 25?
Yeah.
15, 25, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm going to, you sound like you're rushing me.
Hello?
You sound like you're rushing me. All right. Yeah. May I have a 6 piece, please?
All right.
The leg on. And no. We can't get all original? Crockstone. What time in the close?
Alright, all original, favorite drink.
Flavor drink, fruit punch.
That's it?
Yeah, man.
That's 1850.
All right, thanks much.
You're
Them out order me for buying 9 piece of leg. Crazy, I don't want to fold that. No, sir. All right. Oh, them having the barbecue money. Oh, you don't know.
I saw them a shot one whole man, they come and sell it 9 piece.
Yeah, 9 piece of chicken, wing and leg and them. So, what, and 3,000 much. I mean, not for $3,000 crazy. You're mad man. Them no, I mean for work. Me for sit up a night and half a four me I get. Me no want that crazy. Negative. All right. So you should get something like about x cube, and I'm doing this out of my head. So if I make a mistake, forgive me. You should get something like x cube. What should I use to say for it, Lord? X cube plus 3x squared, like 3x squared over 3, don't. No, so you're going to have x squared because the 3 is getting cancelled. So you're supposed to have x cubed plus x squared. Understand? Nobody got x squared for the other term?
Yes, sir, but we never reached there, so
Yeah,
yes. X squared times
1x squared plus 3 and 2x squared.
Yeah, 3 and 2x squared. So 1 to the 1/3. So the 3 times the 1/3 I will cancel out, you know.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, man, it's 1/3. I remember, you know, you have to simplify your answer.
2x squared, sir.
Huh?
So I end up with 2x squared. 2x.
You can't get 2x squared. Right, you're going to get x squared.
X squared plus x squared plus
1/9.
Oh, I say square it. Yeah, that may I say.
So you're gonna have 1/3 because there's another 3 there. So you can have 3/9. You're gonna have 1/3x. Anybody got 1/3x?
Yes, sir.
And then you're gonna have 1/3 You're gonna have 1/8
No.
27. Sorry, 27.
Oh, so
339. Yeah, we have 1/27 down.
27, yes, sir. 1/27.
Right, so you can have x cubed plus x squared plus 1/3 x plus 1/27.
Right.
All agreed?
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
1/6.
I know 1/6 you get a 1/3 because the 3 multiplied by the 1/9. Remember, 1/3 all squares is going to give you 1/9.
Oh, I saw it 1/3. Yeah, true, sir.
Right, and the second 3 in the 1331 is going to be 3 times 1/9, which is 3/9, which will give you 1/3.
Oh, sir. I don't want square with this.
Right, to give me the 1/9, yeah.
Turn back in a 1/3.
So sir, you say, x squared plus 1/3 for the second. No, for the first.
For the second one is
no,
going to be
the first
3.
one, sir.
The first one is going to be x cubed.
Yeah.
And then the first 3, sir.
The first 3 is going to be 3 times x squared times 1/3. And the 3 times the 1/3, we're going to give you 1. So you're just going to have x squared alone.
Okay.
Just going to have x squared alone.
And then you said the second 3 is 1/9, which I gonna give you 1/3. 3/9, which I gonna give you 1/3.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So you're gonna have 1/3 all squares, and 1/3 all squares is gonna be 1 squared over 3 squared, which is 1/9. And then for the for the 1331, that second 3 is going to be that 3 times the 1/9, and the 3 times the 1/9 is going to be
1/3, sir.
Right, 3/9, which is going to be equal to 1/3. So we end up with 1/3 x.
And then the last one is 1/27.
Very good, because it's going to be 1/3 all cubed. So it's going to be 1 cube over 3 cubes, and 3 cubes is 27.
Okay.
So you're
And
going to
that
end
is
up with
1/27x.
No, that's 1/27.
Okay.
Remember, that's the last term, you know, so that's going to be 1/27.
Yes, sir, but the fraction kind of get me confused a bit because when I put it in the calculator, I'm getting decimals.
Yeah, but
what is done with the decimal? Press F to D. Press F to D to convert it from the decimal to a fraction.
I wish something that pan the calculator, sir.
Which calculator you using? Which brand calculator you using?
I see your FX82MS.
Press second function. You look for food in the store a while ago. On a ball?
No, sir.
Tell man. Thank you. No, if you were excused, I could understand. All right.
Oh my
sorry, you heard that? You're not supposed to hear that.
Yes, sir, we heard.
We all heard.
All right, thank you, sir. No, I'm telling her, thank you. I should have stand up and look for me. Like, or from come up to the line, man. All right, let's go. So the 1/3. Do me a favor, press.
Hold on. Oh, go ahead, sir.
You see when you're doing it, all right, you see the ABC button to the left of the calculator?
Yes, sir.
The answer in the calculator, just press second function and press the ABC button and come out to it.
All right, hold on this, sir. So I'm gonna do that one here. 3 times 1 divided by 3. Say, get one for that one here, not that one here. I'm gonna get one for that one here. I'm gonna do that one here. Hold on this, sir. 1 divided by 3 equal times 3. I wait some for press again now, sir. The ABC, the second function first, sir, or the ABC? Where's sir gone?
Forget the chicken, girl.
Alright, I'm gonna try something. Shift ABC. Oh, I'm gonna get 1/3. I'm gonna get it, sir. Somebody tell him so I'm gonna get it. I'm not.
Where you press to get it?
I'm gonna press. I want to press first. Lord Jesus. Try the shift second function first, then the ABC button.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sir, I got the 1/3.
Very good. So that's what you can, and the rest of you, if you get your stuff in fraction and you want to work it out, and you get a decimal for your answer, just press shift and the ABC button, and once it can be written as, once it's a rational number, meaning that the number can be written as a fraction, it will convert it to a fraction for you. All right, so just get that into perspective. Okay.
So what's the answer?
We tell you x cubed plus x squared plus 1/3x plus 1/27.
Somebody can post their correct workout in the group, please.
So when you say the ABC button, is the A, B over C you're talking about?
Right.
Okay.
Very nice.
Thanks.
And I want all of you to work with the calculators here, because when things like these come up, I mean, I can help you navigate using your calculator so you can move much faster. All right. Now, I don't know if it was it Anne-Marie? Somebody was asking if I could do a fraction one. Who was it?
Christine,
who was it?
Sir.
Huh?
Christine.
Who? Christine?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Chrissy, you see the fraction one on honey bunches?
Well, no, sir.
Oh, you mean you don't know? So you didn't see what we did a while ago?
Sir, I'm stuck at the good. So.
Where you stuck?
Sir, I'm not going to get the first line, sir.
You got the first line?
No.
All right. Do me a favor, Christine.
I'm stuck at 3.
All right. All right. Hold on. No, hold on. It's because I'm not there. Do me a favor. I want somebody to post their answer in the group, and you look at it, Chrissy. And they will know if they get it right, because I just went through the calculation. And you look at it, Chrissy, until I get to in another 5 minutes, thereabout or less. And then you can see where it is that you went from, because I really want to move on, even for the last 20 minutes, so you don't have much time, to the combination notation. I really want to move on to that tonight. So somebody send it in the group, please. And you look at it, Chrissy, and tell me if you see what is happening. And by the time I get home, I can type the solution and then send it off to you.
Okay, sir.
No problem. And the rest of you, I'm going to ask that you look over the stuff because this topic is really not difficult and it's a must-have. It always comes on the exam. It comes in a multiple choice. It comes in many places, shape and form.
Sir, can you do me a favor, please?
Sure.
I don't mind you putting these
What
in
flavor is that?
the fraction
Fruit
one.
punch? Mm-hmm. You don't mind me doing what?
Don't put a fraction in there. That's all I'm saying.
And I may set the paper. The paper is not set by me. Paper is set by CCCJ. And I can't even tell you whether or not there's one there. But just make sure so you understand this stuff, please. Very important that you understand this stuff.
So, but you know, so you put one and calculate so you get the same answer of the calculator.
Yeah. Come on. All right, hold on a minute, please. Can't make the food throw away.
All right. Christine, you see the solution now? Let me just 1 3 3 1 3 3 1, and this is going to be x to the third plus 3 times x 3 times x to the second power times 1/3 1/3 to the first, and then I'm gonna have 3 1/3 to the second, and then 3 to the first, and then I'm gonna have 3 to the third, and I'm gonna have x to the 0, and this is gonna be 1. All right, look and tell me if you agree with that line. So then we're gonna have x cubed, then we're gonna have x squared, 1/3 to the first is just 1/3, and then this is gonna be 3, and that's 1/9 because 3 squares is 9. And then now this is going to be back to the first, and this is 1 3 3 is 9 9 3 is 27. So can tell me if you agree with that, Christine. Let me put it on the other page because there's another line to be written. And put it on another page. And then I'm going to have 3x squared. All right, I'm going to write a fourth line. I'm going to write an extra line, right? No, I don't have to write that line. I can't do it up the top here. No, I'm going to write an extra line because I want Christine to see what is happening here. So I'm going to write an extra line in this stuff to show that I'm canceling those.
So that is 1/92.
No, it's 1/9. But the 9 goes into the 3 goes into 9 3 times. I could fix it. Let me fix it. Don't let that make it a little better. say that 3 into 9 goes 3 times.
3 go below the
So put the 3 below because right now that's
it go below the 9. They understand it that because they might think a 9 cube.
Yeah, that's how it goes in my phone.
I have no problem with that, and that's why you guys are students. Look and see if it look better this way. Look better that way?
Yeah.
All right, Chrissy, look at it and tell me if you agree with that. No, that's my final answer.
Why you have to break it down more?
Because I want you to see, I'm supposed to put it in a simplified form. I have to put it in simplified form. And in its simplified form, the 3 can cancel into 9 3 times. So I have to simplify it.
Yeah.
Get me? I don't know if I answer your question.
Well, yeah, just that we never did break it down. So
Yeah, man. Yeah. So always get into the habit of breaking it down. Hold on, please. Look at that for me, guys. Look at it again. Look at it one more time, and then generate your questions. Give me half a second.
So, sorry, I want to use back the 1 plus the 27, 1 over 27.
All right. Any question, Christine? Jody, I know you wanted to. You see it better now, honey?
Yes, sir.
All right. Jody, I heard you answering the question. If somebody could put it in the group. Are you seeing it better now?
Yes, sir. We did get the line, you know. We did get we did get the 2 line them, sir.
Okay, nice. All right, so moving on. I'm happy that you guys got that. Let me just make this thing a little bigger. Moving on. So I'm going to move on to the combination, permutation, and factorial notation. I want you to all get your calculators for me, please. I want you to get your calculators for me, please. And then I'm going to stop share here. And then I'm going to share from this other device here. So what we're looking at here now is the factorial notation. F-A-C-T-O-R-I-A-L, my factorial notation. All right. Now, for the factorial notation, I want you to look at your calculator to see if you see something looking like that. X, exclamation, or some people may see N, exclamation. Look and identify your calculator and tell me which one you see.
So it's the same thing with X minus 1.
Right. So you see the x factorial or the n factorial above the x to the minus 1. So look for x to the minus 1 button, and normally the factorial sign comes above that button.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's there.
All right, so having identified that, let me just erase here. Having identified that, I'm gonna just, and this is pretty easy. I can finish the 3 things here tonight, because watch this. 5 factorial is the same thing as 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 3 is, what is 20 times 3? 60. And 60 times 2 is 120. So 5 factorial is going to be 120. Now, do me a favor. Press your calculator. Press 5 on your calculator, and then press the factorial button, and tell me if you get 120.
Yes, sir.
If you get 0 point something, it means that you have to press shift. So if you're
Repeat again.
What I'm saying to you is somebody said that they got 0 point something. But what they would have done is the inverse button that they're pressing. And I don't want the inverse button. So what needs to happen is you have to press 5, then second function, and then the inverse button, because the n factorial or the x factorial is not on the raised key, it's on the flat part and not the raised key. So you have to press shift in order to get it.
Yeah.
Sir, what is the factorial button?
The exclamation sign.
So I don't see an exclamation sign on my calculator.
What brand calculator are you using?
Casio.
No money,
look if it's under X and an exclamation.
Oh yes,
it's an exclamation. Yeah.
Yes, sir, I get 120.
Very good. Anybody else get the 120?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Is there anybody struggling with the 120? All right. Let me see how many of you can evaluate this. 6 factorial divided by 2 factorial plus 3 factorial. Evaluate that for me, please, and then I'll tell you what my answer is. Evaluate that for me, please. Let me see how well you know how to manipulate your algebra.
$363, sir.
All right, here's 363. I don't know if that right yet, you know. 1,240.
1,440.33.
Okay. What are the other answers?
2 factorial.
40.
60.
Sir, 90.
90, let me hear 40.
Yeah, we get 366.
It could also be 140 or 144 there already.
144.
Yeah, 144.
60?
120. 90.
60.
I have one answer here, you know.
That one is serious now.
I have one answer.
Sir, 90.
90, all right, 90 there already.
Sir, I got 90.
All right, anybody else?
Yes, sir.
I got 60.
You got 60. Anybody? Any other answer?
Sir, 1 minute. Wait. Oh, 90, sir. 90.
90 I got.
90, sir.
Okay.
I got 366.
All right, 360. Okay. Let me turn up this slide. You did it manually. I love it. I love it. You said that you did it manually, so no problem. All right, let us check it manually. See that Miss Lady B did it manually. All right, so
Until look like 50, sir.
until that's it. So if 5 factorial is 120, that means 6 factorial is going to be 120 times 6, which is going to be 2 6s, 6 is 12. It's 720, don't it?
720.
All right, so 720. We can put that in a different color. Again, put it in a different color so at least you can see. So it's 720. And 2 factorial is 2.
2.
And 3 factorial is 6, don't
6.
6 plus 2 is 8.
8.
So it's 720 over 8. 8, 64. So only get them big number there.
8 9s.
The 90, sir.
And 90 me get.
So the answer is 90.
Stop.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sorry, I have 2.
Stop.
Yes,
You
sir.
just said something a while ago.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. I'm hearing you. But
You say 5 factorial is 120, right? So you say 120 times 6, that's what you said to give it the
no,
720?
no, don't look at it like that. I only did a calculation based on my stuff. What I want you to do for me is to say 6 factorial.
Let me tell you what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I went in my calculator
Mm-hmm.
and I said 6 factorial
Mm-hmm.
divided by
Mm-hmm.
2 factorial
Mm-hmm.
plus 3 factorial.
Mm-hmm.
And
your answer wasn't factual.
No, it wasn't factual.
All right.
Oh, I don't
get the 90.
I don't know.
So let me show you how to get the 90. Work with me. Those of you who didn't get the 90, work with me.
Okay.
You all have to remember, as I have been saying this over the time and in doing the question, that you have parentheses. Yeah.
You never said that first. So
No, but me expect you to see it. 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times 1.
Sir.
Watch me.
Jesus.
All of you press 6 factorial for me, please.
6 factorial. I like that word then.
These are purging mind out of order. I want all of you to work 6 factorial.
720.
Mm-hmm. Then again press the division sign. Press divided by. Then again open your parentheses. Open your parentheses for me. Then again press.
That's why I get the 366.
No man. Then again press 2 factorial plus 3 factorial. Then again close the parentheses.
Oh. Yes, I foolish is there though. All right. New topic. Factor.
We were again, sir.
Bus driver did one name again. I think that Dalton.
So have you done that? Press E to tell what your answer is.
90.
All right. You have to use up your parentheses. That's why I want you to work with your calculators, you know. Because you can get
Edicosoft teach it a different way though.
Exactly.
Edicosoft do some cancellation, something, you know.
That's not how Edicosoft teach you.
And listen to me. It's exactly the same way that Edicosoft does this stuff. My cancellation will be different from your cancellation. And Edicosoft cancellation will be different from my cancellation. It's the same thing, because what Edicosoft would have done, let me just before I take your thing, Daniel, let me just show you what it is that I'm talking about. Yes, please.
Sorry to interrupt. Could you go over back the part where you were telling us to do the 6 factorial on our calculator, sir? My internet kicked me off.
Come in.
I'm recalled 702.
What time is it? Jesus, Father, time done. Later. Rockstone. Me not even know. Let me just do this quickly. Forgive me. I never noticed. 6 factorial over 2 factorial times 3 factorial. So how Edicosoft did this is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And the 2 factorial will be 2 times 1. And the 3 factorial will be 3 times 2 times 1. And what Edicosoft would have done is to say all of this cancels with all of this, which is true. And 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 to that was 2 times. 6 times 5 is 30. No, 6 5.
30.
6 5 is 30 times 2 is 60.
What?
6 times 5 is 30 times 2 is 60.
Right, so the answer is supposed to be 60.
Right.
No, sir, I did it on Edico and I had the 6. Open bracket, close bracket, size. It's 4 that's supposed to be in and not 2. And down the bottom was
4 times 2. Oh, it's plus. It's plus. I can't do it like this, guys, because it's a plus sign that is in between. It's a plus sign that is in between, so I can't do it like that. So this question can't be worked like that because it's a plus sign. If it was a multiplication sign, this is what the answer would have been. But I have to end here though, because I have a class at 7 and there's a class coming into this room. Forgive me for ending so abruptly, but I have to move on. There's another class that is waiting and I have a class waiting. So we'll continue this on Thursday here.
All right,
Bless your heart. Thanks for coming out. Yeah.